go.
We're lagging.
Hold on 1 second.
Maybe a little, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, we are live. Awesome. So welcome everybody. Hi. Oh, we're like lagging a little bit. So it might look a little bit weird. You guys will have to let us know on Facebook. Lyndsey and Kyle, can you guys hear us okay?
Yep. We can hear
Okay,
you.
awesome. Well, welcome everybody. It's Ryan and Blair. We're so excited to bring you another amazing couple this week that is totally rocking it out, not only in their personal marriage, but in their business world. And isn't that what we all want? We want to be successful in our business, but also in our marriage. And this is a couple that we're really excited for you guys to meet because Kyle has hot calves and a hot wife. So get ready to hear from Lyndsey and Kyle. We're so excited to have them on tonight. If you're just joining us, make sure you let us know, do you work with your spouse? And if you do, let us know what you do in the comments below. And if you don't, would you ever want to work with your spouse? I've had a lot of people say to me, oh, I love what you and Ryan are doing, but man, I could never work with my spouse, right? So I can't wait for you guys to hear from Lyndsey and Kyle Yocom tonight. And first, we have to obviously start by introducing you guys. So this gorgeous couple is not only owners of an amazing business called Apple Dog Academy. They're going to tell you more about it in a little bit. So obviously they're a lover of animals, but they also have 3 beautiful children, and they have a boy and 2 girls, right?
Yep.
That's right.
Boy and 2 girls. We actually got to see 2 of them. They snuck on camera a second ago. You guys just missed them, but we're excited to have them share tonight. And so Lyndsey and Kyle, we're going to start off obviously with the most important question, which is, how did you 2 meet?
Well,
Crazy story.
Oh, good.
And really, really romantic. We worked at Buffalo Wild Wings together.
Nice.
Yeah.
we were.
Yeah, we were slinging chicken wings.
Yep. So amazing. Yeah, we met in college. Actually, we were both working at Buffalo Wild Wings, and that's where we met, waiting tables. It was a whole group of us, a big group of friends that worked there together, and every night we would end the night and just all hang out together, and it was like love after first chicken wing, right?
Oh my God. That is perfect. You know, we have that and a quote like framed in your house somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Is it
and it
blue
was
cheese or ranch?
What's that?
Is it blue cheese or ranch?
Ooh, this is good. I'm blue cheese.
But I'm both. If it's a sweet sauce, I like blue cheese. But if it's spicy, yeah.
Sorry.
Like, what are you
It's all
talking
good.
about on that?
We have children running around too.
We're live
So,
talking about chicken wings.
right? So here's what's crazy is let's see, we met just before I turned 21, and you
This
were
was winter of 2003.
and
Yep.
you were 23, and from 21 to 24 for me, so 23 to 27 for you.
Yep.
We met. We were inseparable from the moment we met till now.
What do you mean till now?
Well, forever.
Yeah. You're in it to win it.
We had started a business together. We were in college,
Yeah.
started a business together, got engaged, got pregnant, got married. All of these things in 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it was on turbo speed.
It was a whirlwind.
It was very,
Fire.
it was.
That is awesome. All right. So that tells us how you guys met, right? My next one was, how long have you guys been married? So did you guys get married in 2003?
13 years we've been married.
2006. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. So cool. Okay. So what was the business you guys started in college?
Well,
It's the dog. So
We've been-
we started as a dog daycare, boarding, and grooming facility, and we just added the training component this past year.
yeah. So we've been working together. We've owned our facility for over 15 years.
It'll be 15 in October. Yeah.
15 in October.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Hey.
October 1 is our start of the fourth quarter, is our anniversary. Yep.
That's incredible. I'm sure you know all the stats about small businesses and how few actually make it, right? So
Yeah, it was
I
tough.
try not to pay attention to that stuff.
you guys are doing it though. You're killing it. That's awesome.
We put blinders on all the outside stuff and stay focused on what we got going on.
That's awesome. It's the way to do it for sure.
Well, I didn't realize that you guys started that business when you were so young. So what would you say is, I'm trying to think, like, that's just so crazy to me because most people in college aren't thinking about starting a business. So what would you say were the biggest changes that have happened or evolved as you guys have gotten older with your business?
Oh my gosh, we've learned so much. I would say, the biggest thing for us was, and I think we've actually just realized a lot of it here in the last, year or two, that we love this business so much and we love what we've done together. And, it's been hard. I mean, I know you guys can attest. I mean, I think everybody can. It's all work. Marriage is work. Raising children is work. Like, our business has been work. Yeah. It's been a roller coaster of up and down. There have been moments where we've been like, oh gosh, are we doing the right thing? We've definitely failed, but we've had a lot of wins too. Yeah. And I think
the biggest challenge was that we started off on, it was like a rocket ship, and we built the business so quickly. And then we got it to a place where we were comfortable, and we kind of put it on cruise control. And then the economy took a dump, and we stopped learning, and we stopped, focusing on forward. And we were just kind of we were in maintenance mode, and things kind of started coming apart at the wheels. And then we had to refocus our efforts and really almost rebuild the business and rebuild and
now
refocus on clients and making clients feel special and making our number one contributors feel special and developing the relationships, but then also continuing to learn about the business and educating ourselves, which over the past 5 years, 6 years of learning that personal development and focusing on not necessarily the exact business that we're running, but learning external things and doing all that is so important to
the success of a business. Yeah.
But that also translates into our marriage and into family life. And so we're kind of on a mission to not, we've promised ourselves that we're not going to stop learning.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's funny. We did a career day thing at the kids' school, and one of the questions was, did you go to college for your business?
Yeah.
It was like a scripted question for that the kids have to ask us.
Right.
And, that was, no, we don't, but in anything that you do in life, that was our answer. Anything that we do in life is continue to learn and continue to strive to do better in whatever you're doing. And you'll always be successful. So.
Such a great point. The average American never picks up a book after college.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really amazing. And I think it's pretty normal, right? Like, you have great success in your business. So then you kind of sit back, cruise control, get a little complacent. We were just talking to some other couples today about our mastermind that's coming up. And that was the number one thing that people were saying is like, I work a lot on my business, right? But I'm not working on my marriage, or I'm working on raising the kids, but I'm leaving behind my marriage, or my business is suffering. And so you have to constantly be learning and growing in all those areas to have the success that you need.
Yeah. So. And it's not even intentional. Most of the couples that we speak with, it's just like, they're so in the weeds with everything going on that all of a sudden, like, things slow down a little bit and they have success, and they're like, oh, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we've been there. I mean, I think like you said, every couple you talk to, has those moments or has those times in their marriage. And we've been there. We've had those times in our marriage where we've had to take a moment and really work on it, take that time. And I think what we've learned through that is, instead of going through those moments, like, just work on it all the time, work on it every day. And
so smart.
Being around people like you guys and what you guys are doing for so many couples is is so crucial, because if we had you guys, I mean, there was, I would say, what, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, we had a tough time.
We would have saved some money on counseling.
Yeah. I
So we
mean,
always say, we're like, we spent the money,
We
we've done
did.
the courses, like just come hang out with us.
yeah, right. That exactly. I mean, that's the truth though. And I mean, I'd much rather, hang out with you guys than be in counseling. But I will say it was a huge, testament to just what we want for ourselves and for our family, which was, we weren't going to give up. And I'll never forget, our first counseling appointment, we walked in and I'm like, back to him, and he's kind of back to me, and and he said to us, he goes, if you guys aren't both committed to this, it's not going to work. Like, you have to both be committed. And so, I was like, okay, and I turned forward, and like, I mean, because the truth is I wouldn't have been there if I wasn't, you know what I mean? So I think it was such a point in our relationship where we were like, okay, like, we're not going to give up on each other, but we also have to educate ourselves every single day, learn more, be on the same page with each other, communicate, which you guys know, like, that's hard.
Yeah.
I saw Ryan's toilet paper.
It's like in the last 24 hours.
I'm sure
You're gonna love it, Kyle.
when we get off of it. But I'm like, that is so something Kyle would do. But like,
I can only imagine.
right. It's just the communication. You have to be so much better. And so it's a work in progress. So to work and just be with people like you and Ryan and other couples that we have in our lives. I think that's really important for us, is to make sure that we surround ourselves around the people that are, working on it and making it and being really honest and transparent and saying like, hey, it's been hard. Like, Kyle and I we don't hide the fact that we've had moments, and first thing we've done when we've had moments is fix it. Like, we make it work. And so, yeah.
Yeah, the coolest thing that you said there was you guys came to a point, and we hear this story that's kind of our story too. It's like, we weren't going to give up. And so once that decision is made together, then it's like you do whatever it takes, no matter what, but that's like the starting point. If both people have to agree and be
and forgiving and letting those things, we all do things at some point or another in our lives that we regret. And I think that's the biggest piece in the marriage, is to forgive, because and it's not easy. It is hard, but forgiveness. And what did you say?
I said it, I messed up pretty big. So it took her years. Like, she did forgive me, and I knew that she forgave me and she still loved me. But like, that's just the beginning of it, right? It took a couple years to get, back to where we needed to be. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Well, and I would say that for us, for sure. I mean, I think building a business together, to be honest with you guys,
it's really weird that it's the guys that do something wrong.
Hey,
Who would have thought?
we do things.
Lyndsey's perfect, so
No, that's not true.
I'm pretty perfect too.
You should have heard these two in Greece, Kyle. I was just,
I left Ryan and jumped on Lyndsey's bike. I was like, I want to ride with you on the ATV.
I know, she was my partner.
I
So
was
great, but yeah, no, I mean, I think that that's so important too, is to just know that it is going to take time. It's not going to be overnight. I mean, it took me a long time. I'm somebody, I might be a little stubborn, maybe a little. So it takes me a little while to get over something and get past something, and but it has taken a few years, and it did take some time. But I will tell you, building a business together too, I think, has made us stronger. It's definitely been one of our rocks. I mean, there was a moment where we were going opposite directions business wise, and that didn't work for us. You said, some people say, like, I don't know how y'all work together. We don't know any different.
Yeah.
We've been working together in business for, 15 years and we don't really know any different. And there was a place in our lives where we were going, you know, I was going one business venture and he was sticking with, you know, the business that we own together. And it just wasn't working for us. And so we came back together and really put all in on that. And that truly, I mean, that's our foundation. Like, it doesn't work for everybody, but that's ours.
Finding those together goals, right? Like that.
Right.
Huge.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, tell us how you guys, because I know that you were just talking about how the brick and mortar building of your business, you know, that was hard and you guys found a way to bring it online. So share with everybody out there, because I feel like it's probably, you probably know the percentages, I don't, but it's most Americans have a dog, right? So tell them how they can find you guys online and a little bit about how you guys transitioned to doing something a little different together.
Well, I'm going to brag on you for a second because he's truly like the dog whisperer. If you were to see
Love
him
it.
with
We're
a
gonna get
dog,
you on Bravo.
Yes.
these,
dog was-
it's, I'm telling you, like, he is better than Caesar. Sorry, Caesar.
Who's Caesar?
Sorry.
He's like maybe the pet
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
See,
Exactly.
right.
Who's Caesar?
Right. No, but truthfully, and I mean, we've got tons of clients that will tell you this. I mean, he's just your out of the frame. You have to come
I'm
over.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, get in there. Show those cats.
Well, look, I start talking about him and he's
And
like,
they're
yes,
geek.
yes, this is, but the truth is these dogs, I mean, they're like, they just melt in his hands. I mean, and we have clients that will tell you, like, my dog cannot go anywhere else. He is the only, you know, person that can handle my dog, that my dog loves, you know, all of these things. So for years, he's built that, and he's built that with customers. And so
I taught myself how to groom too. So I get a lot of the dogs that are like PetSmart and Petco rejects that they won't touch their dog, and they bring them to me and they're like,
and they'll
you'll never get this dog cut. And 2 hours later, I'm calling them, okay, your dog's ready. They're
You're
like,
like,
what?
what? Yeah. So, I mean, they truthfully just look at him. They're like, okay, whatever you want. Like, it's incredible. You know, what, a few weeks ago, he transformed this dog. I mean, she was having, you know, quite the issue, you know, the anxiety and just some leash issues. And
She would turn into Cujo on leash, seeing another dog. And,
yeah. And I watched
and her
him.
mom lives in a townhouse apartment or complex where everybody's walking a dog around. So
yeah. So, and I watched him take this dog in a week and a half and totally transform her. And like, her mom's like, this is insane. Like, you have no idea. I'm so grateful. So for so many years, you know, he's been so hands-on, and I don't even know. I think I shared this with you guys. Kyle was diagnosed with MS in 2005. Yeah, that was our crazy year.
That was in the beginning of our
That's the
relationship
very beginning.
too. Yeah,
We had quite that was all in that very short span. But you know, and he does extremely well. But we always have been, definitely for me, but both of us, you know, have made sure that we have something that builds without us having to 100% be there all the time. You know, if anything is to happen, we just want to make sure that, you know, our family's taken care of and our kids are taken care of. So when we decided to do the training, I started working. I know you guys, you know, have the same mentors as ours. Danelle Delgado is amazing. And we started working with her, and we just, you know, found that this online piece would be so incredible for what we were doing, because he is so good. And there's so many people that, you know, are in other areas in California and, you know, Florida and Georgia and all these, and they're like, oh, I wish that he was near me so he could train my dog. I'm like, well, we can bring that to you. So we've put together this online piece. So that's really awesome. But you can find us on Facebook. So Apple Dog Daycare, Lodging, Grooming, and Training.
I'll make sure.
What's that?
I'll tag that to everybody in the comments.
Okay, awesome. And then on Instagram at Apple Dog Daycare. So, but our training program is called Apple Dog Academy. So as that piece. We're
Yeah.
still working on some new things too with that. So more to come, but it's just been.
It's a great program. We don't use adversives, no negative behavior. Don't use anything to.
Yeah, it's all positive reinforcement and.
Can you do it on children? No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I mean, a lot of the concepts that we use are like,
The same.
don't focus on the bad things your dog is doing.
Focus
Really
on the
reinforce
positive
all the good things, which it translates into human behavior as
Right.
well. So,
Don't yell at your kids and
Yeah.
tell them no.
Right.
we
Well-
just had this conversation last night with our child.
Just minus the
Reinforcing.
leash, right? No
Yeah.
Yeah,
leash.
exactly. It's all off leash training anyway. So.
That's good. Okay, so if you guys have dogs out there and you need to get them trained, I will put this information below in the comments. Or if you know somebody, we know a couple people who need to hear more about this, send it to them as well. Nobody gets offended when you're like, hey, you got to check these people out, right? Just don't say your dog needs this. That could be
Right. Right.
But
every dog needs
every
this.
dog
This is
does
true.
this. Yes, so true. So one of the things that I loved about getting to know Lyndsey and Grease is I got to see you guys interact a couple times on the phone together. And I could just tell you guys were really great supporters of each other. You guys had a really awesome relationship where you guys were equal partners. And I feel like that is something that, a lot of people struggle with is like, how can we find, how can I get each other to help? Or how can I be clear with that? So how did you guys get to that place where, we lost you?
All time. All
Okay.
time.
Well, I'm going to keep talking. So how did you guys get to that
She's
place
back.
where you guys are,
Sorry.
Put her
well,
back.
they were making out. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had there was a brief intermission. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. For that, we'll give it. All right. So how did you guys get to the place where you became such great supporters and helpers of each other?
Lyndsey trained me well.
We know what your next online training course should be.
That's
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I really think that, we started off as friends, and I think that has been something we both try to just listen to each other and make sure that we're both contributing to what each other wants. I am very vocal. I'm sure you guys you may have seen that a little bit in Greece, but I definitely, I don't hide my feelings. I share, I share often. You can read it all over my face if I'm really happy and when I'm not. Kyle is so laid back. Like, it's just the most laid back person ever. We definitely complement each other well, I would say. But I would like to hear, what do you have to say about that?
What was the question again? you were talking.
Right?
I was so intent on listening.
Okay. So the question was, how did you guys get to the place where you support and help each other so much? Because I really feel like you guys are a great partnership.
I think like what Lyndsey said, I think just listening to each other's needs and understanding each other's needs, and like I get home from being at the facility and Lyndsey's like, oh my gosh, this is going on, and this is going on, and this is going on. I gotta, the wash needs it, the dishes are crazy, and and it's not like my initial response is, well, what the heck have you been doing all day? That's certainly not the response, but the response is, okay, I understand that this stuff needs to get done, so I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna help out. And just it's not necessarily her complaining to me, it's her giving me feedback on
What's been
what's
going
on for the day, and
Right.
and understanding that she's not necessarily saying, okay, you have to do that, like ordering me around or anything like that, but it's like, understanding the cues of like, okay, this is where we need to help out and where we need to step in, and and I do the same thing where I'll be like, oh my gosh, I gotta like
I think
I normally are kind of our roles here at the house. I love cooking, so I cook dinner almost every night. But like
Neither one of us like that.
But
Uber Eats.
well, like she'll call me during the day and say, do we need anything for dinner tonight? Or and like go to the grocery store or.
Oh, and one thing we do during the school year, we don't do this in the summer because in the summer we're way more whatever. But in the school year, we're so crazy busy. Our 3 kids are somewhere from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. every night. We're on the go, right? We make our food list, our dinner list on Sunday for the week.
Oh,
and so we don't have to do that. That was something that changed our world. So just a small little tidbit, but that helps with just our sanity. Was we knew what we were eating every night for dinner.
We saved a ton of money.
We did save a ton of money,
but instead of being like, oh, what are we going to do for dinner? You know, at 4 o'clock, what are we doing for dinner tonight? It was,
But I would definitely say the strongest thing that Kyle and I do is
just listening to each other.
But we're both 100%.
Yeah.
That is one thing that has I have friends. I have so many people I've talked to whose husbands are, you know, they're 25 or 50%, you know, they're just, and we are both 100%. And that is something that Kyle he's so good at. I mean, he's been 100% from the moment we found out that we were pregnant with our daughter. Like he literally did not miss an ultrasound, did not miss an appointment, did not and that's been the beauty of us owning a business together, truthfully. I mean,
able to
make our own schedule so that we can do that. Not everybody has that blessing. We don't take that for granted. We still talk about that to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Like what a blessing it's been, right? We've had our roller coasters, we've had our ups and downs with our business, but what a blessing it was that you didn't miss one doctor's appointment. If the kids were sick, you know, you were there. Like he's always 100%. And so am I. So we're never 50-50. Like we just are all in on our children and the needs and what we have to do.
Yeah, and it's, you know, like we don't have like, oh, well, you do the dishes and you do the wash and you vacuum and, you know, and that's like, we share, or, you know, like one of us will do more of something than the other, but we really share as far as like household, you know.
It's never like, well, you've been at the facility all day and I've been taking care of the kids all day. You know, there's never, we just don't do that.
Yeah.
You're not keeping score.
Yes.
No, exactly.
You're not keeping score.
Yeah, there's no tally board of who's done what, and you know, I've been with the kids all day and you need to, you know, you need to go take the kids to practice or something like, you know, it's just, you know, we make it work and we don't hold grudges on each other for, like you said, we don't keep score.
That's awesome. But I think
one of the, recently, one of the awesome, you know, like talking about us listening to each other and understanding each other's needs. You know, when Lyndsey got back from Greece, she just kind of saw there was like, we had kind of a lot going on here, and it was a lot on my plate that week. And so for Father's Day, Lyndsey you know, she was like, you need a break, you need to get away from so she got me tickets to go see a concert out of town. I went and spent a night with one of my buddies, and
that's awesome.
We had a great night. And like she even went to the extent of telling my employees that, like, I know you have a group text with everybody, but don't text Kyle. You all make a separate group text for the weekend. Just whatever you do,
I was like, if you need something as an emergency, you contact me. Like, do not contact him for 24 hours. Like, he's shutting it down.
Yeah. So
that's huge. Knowing each other's needs. That's awesome.
Right.
For sure.
And it was what I needed to recharge my batteries, and I can't tell you how much I appreciated it. So
that's awesome. I love that. Okay, so we're getting close to the end. I want to know from each one of you.
Wait, I had something to say, I remembered it.
Oh, good job. Go ahead.
Usually I have these fleeting thoughts. They come in, and then by the time she's done, it's gone. But I do remember it because everything that we've been reading, like the last week, talks about when both husband and wife are in 100% and working towards the same goal, it achieves it 5 to 10 times faster and just creates more power than any other, you know, relationship or two people, you know, kind of going down their own paths. So I just wanted to share that. That's why it's so awesome. I can see you guys both smiling because you felt that, right? When you guys are both going in the same direction. It's like, whoa, this is, we got massive momentum right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just say for couples out there, I know we're going to finish up here, but for couples out there that maybe aren't on the same page right now, or, they're going in different directions and they just feel like, I just don't know. I mean, we have been there. We have been in a place where we have been going opposite directions. And honestly, we were not in a good place. But the truth is, you can come back to that same place. You can come back. You just have to want to do it together. And that was something that was, so huge for us that we knew that there was no other option. We had to do it. And so I think when couples just make that the priority, like, look, we're not on the same page right now, and we've got a lot of work, and we know that, but we know what we want our future to look like. So we've got to find couples like, you and Ryan, and just work on it. Take that time and really make it happen. We're proof that can happen.
Yeah. I mean, we did, work through it for our family, for our kids, but more importantly for us.
Yeah.
That was a time where we were like, okay, we need to be selfish about this, and we need to do what's best for us. And
yeah,
our bonus is that our kids have a loving, happy family,
right?
But it's no life for us to live and it's no life for our kids to live being in a house where there's turmoil. And
I think
so
something that we've learned is every person or couple that we've ever talked to, every marriage says, oh yeah, we've been there. Like,
the story.
We've had times where we were like, oh, this is it. This is not going to happen. And we came back together. It's like, really, like his parents have been together for 40.
I should know that number. 40 some odd years. Yeah.
Like 40.
They just celebrated a big one though.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just my mom and my stepdad have been together for 20. Oh, see, look, we're both terrible. 27 years, 20. So, we know couples that have worked really, really hard on, and they've had their ups and downs and their moments where they've wanted to, say, this is it. So that was interesting for us to learn that. But you grow and you change so much through your marriage that you have to figure out how to do that together.
Yes.
Because you're better together, Blair and Ryan.
That's right. You guys are better together.
You see the sign behind this?
I see it. I love it.
Got little mugs now.
Oh yeah, we're like
I
official.
want a mug.
We'll send you one for letting us interview you.
Yay.
For sure. Well, guys,
You can drink anything you want out of this, Kyle. I give you.
Yeah. No one will ever know.
That's amazing. All right. So as we wrap up, I want to ask both of you, what is the funniest thing that Lyndsey does, and what is the funniest thing that Kyle does?
Oh boy. The funniest thing that Kyle does, he does he makes some funny noises that make the kids laugh hysterically. He just makes me laugh. I mean, he's just
awesome.
He's goofy with these kids, and he'll dance. I don't know if y'all saw the
I did
Yes,
see
we
the
did.
TikTok.
dance.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Like he just doesn't care, and it's fun, keeps it alive around here. Ooh,
That's
what's funny that I do? Oh God.
This is gonna be good.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna hide.
She'll, when we're in on car rides.
Oh.
I can't wait.
It's more so. I love it. I think it's hilarious. But she absolutely zonks out in the car.
I do.
And I have a collection of pictures of her sleeping in the car like this.
Yeah.
And here's the worst part. He sends them to my brother.
That's
And
amazing.
then my brother made a Christmas card
Of a collage of Lyndsey.
of a collage of me sleeping in the car with my mouth open and gave it to everybody for Christmas.
That's amazing.
I bet we have it somewhere. It's
I'm pretty sure that everybody is so thankful I asked this question right now.
Yeah.
So Lyndsey, really, that wasn't really a funny thing, but Lyndsey's laugh is
Yes.
like when she really gets going, it is like this ridiculous loud cackle, and you can hear it like when
pretty
we're
loud.
out with our friends and we're all joking around, and I mean, I think that half of the time we're not really laughing about like what we're talking about. It's just in response to
They're
Lyndsey's
laughing
laugh.
at my
It's
laugh.
just like
That's-
laughing at her
I
laugh.
think Blair has
and,
a laugh like that.
He has the
too.
I
cackle.
do. I have a cackle too.
Yeah.
My friends will hear it like in somebody's video. They're like, "There's Blair's cackle."
Yeah.
I love it.
See, we were meant to be.
Totally.
That's right.
Aw, thanks, you guys. This was
Thank you
so
so
fun.
much.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
And you guys, I'll put all the information about Apple Dog Academy below in the comments. So check it out. Go check out Lyndsey and Kyle. And thanks so much for joining us.
Yay.
Thanks
Bye,
for
guys.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Oh, I gotta figure out how to stop it.
Wait.